Thoughts and emotions have blinded the eyes of faith. Misguided devotions kept a pilgrim in dire straits. Some vocal, please. Where does one go? Where do you turn? The guilt and fear, depression lurk just beyond your back door, waiting for your decision. You live and learn. Whoa. Deep in the valley, caught a glimpse of the morning star. If we could just reach you and get to know who you really are. Where does one go? Where do you turn? And there's a place, a fortress high, and an open door, waiting for your reception when you arrive. The name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower. Name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower. Name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower. Name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower, yeah, where you'll be saved, yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo, na 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 na, yeah. Where does one go, and where do you turn? There's a place, a fortress high, and an open door, waiting for your reception when you arrive. Oh, name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower, name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower, name of the Lord, run now. It's a strong tower, name of the Lord, run. It's a strong tower, yeah, where you be saved, yeah. Whoa. Na 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 na, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Oh well, it just came into my mind. Say there, girl, somebody loves you, somebody does, you know. Somebody does, you know. Do you ever get the feeling no one understands? Do you hurt and there's no one close at hand? Do you ever feel like running but you have no place to go? Look in the mirror, what does it really show? The person you want to be, an image you long to see. But there's a hidden person in your heart trying to get through. Somebody loves you, somebody does, you know. Hey boy, say there boy, somebody loves you, somebody does, you know. Yeah, somebody does, you know. So you say you got in trouble when you told the truth. You got in hot water cause you had to prove you only wanted someone to accept you for who you are. Look in the mirror, you may not see a star, but a person you want to be, an image you long to see. There's a hidden person in your heart trying to get through. Somebody loves you, somebody does, you know. You are love. You are love. You are love. Yeah, yeah, you are love. Well, you are love. It's so cavernous in here. Is it not? Hey actor, this is a factor. Somebody loves you, somebody does, you know. Well, somebody does, you know. You look just like my manager. Do you give a faint impression you're not really you? Your partner's so convincing. You pray somebody new. The loneliness inside is more than you can bear. Look in the mirror, there's really no one there but a person you want to be, an image you long to see. There's a hidden person in your heart trying to get through. Somebody loves you, somebody does, you are love. You are love. Oh, you are love. Yeah, you are love. You are love. cares? Just a little girl on her daddy's knee. Well, just remember when she was 1, 2, 3. In a little while she'll want to be free, and your little child will be 17 tomorrow. There's a little girl in every daddy's heart, dreaming eyes, scheming eyes. When she sings for you, remember your part. Listen up when she cries, when she sighs. Dum, 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 dum. Just a little boy in the town. Just a little boy with a frown. In the afternoons he goes down to a lonely room near the lost and found department. There's a little boy in every man's heart, crying out, trying out, as he rushes in to hear the band start. He's so alone, oh, in a crowd. I know how Louis Armstrong got that way. He traveled a lot. Well, sorry, it was a mixture of Jerry Lewis and Louis Armstrong all together, and I didn't mean that, really. In case you were a real ultimate fan of one or the other, and you did not want to see the twain meet. Or Mark Twain, wherever he might be. You know, they might... Well, there's a little child in everyone's heart, needing love. Oh, they need love, needing love. There's a little child in everyone's heart, needing love. Oh, needing love. Little child in everyone's heart. Whatever. With so many chords, you know, so many to choose from. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks very much. I got a feeling that we're getting a lot of the from the mic input. So could we just sort of hear that low frequency? Could you roll off a lot of that low off of that? Instead, put the low end on what's coming out of here, because it's just, you know, it makes you want to go into some sort of an Eastern mystical thing. You know, start droning. I mean, there's nothing wrong with droning. There's bees that do that. It's called freshly brewed coffee. Have you ever had it? It's very interesting. It's called Wawa. And it's award-winning because we do it just a little bit better. Maybe that's the key. Actually, what it was is not just the coffee, but you know, I had some cereal this morning, and that was the last thing I had, and then I just ate 6 Pepperidge Farm oatmeal raisin cookies, and maybe that has something to do with it. Combined with the events and the personages that I met, and the various superintendents and supervisors and super people they were at the airport, they were wonderful. They were. I love it when they do business with a smile. Love that. Okay. It still sounds a bit bassy. You have a knob, like on your stereo. Just turn the bass down. It would be input A of those 3 chords. 3 chords, you know? Boy, it's amazing how 3 chords can just stir all these memories. I remember all those bad bands back in the 60s. Everybody doing Gloria, and then, you know, the extended version. You know, they come, they set up, and they play it. That's their whole song all night long. It's just a long medley. Medney. It's a medney after a while. It's okay. That's better. Thank you. Getting some sort of a unwanted chorus sound. This is a song called "That's When the Wild Winds Blow." I'm glad you're here. I really am. Thanks for coming. You know, it would have been a real drag to have the kind of day I had and then show up and it was the wrong night. I mean, this is really special. Okay. By the way, the family's fine, thank you. Everyone's fine. Alicia's fine. She's 10 and a half, and Alicia's that. And Olivia's 6 and a half. And Ian's 3, pretty soon to be a half. And he's a good drummer, have I told you? He's 3 years old and he can play the drums like... I mean, the kick and everything, you know, the snare, and you know, and he's great. And so we jammed together. Getting him, you know, I don't want to start too late, and he shouldn't have to start too early. You know, our little band, and it's great. Love the kids. Bernadette's fine. We just celebrated 17 years of marriage. That's a good number. It's a good number. Some of you are yet to experience that number, and so. So anyway, okay, on to the song. This is called "That's When the Wild Winds Blow." Did you know that? I think I already told you that, didn't I? See, I'm not so smart after all. Okay. It's a little singing in a little string here. It's so echoey in here, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to just do that. Do it like the old days. Look at this man, what didn't he have? what led him down this treacherous path, watching his life slip through his hands, and once in a while he understands. That's when the wild winds blow, that's when the pain won't go, lost in a crowded room where no one seems to care. And when the night still sleep, there is a longing deep within the heart, a cry, will someone still be there? Do I see you? Could I see me holding on to just a memory? There was a home and a family, and now that it's gone, what is to be? That's when the wild winds blow, that's when the pain won't go, lost in a crowded room where no one seems to care. And when the night still sleeps, there is a longing deep within the heart, a cry, will someone still be there? This poor man cried unto the Lord. Well, this poor man cried, and he was heard. Do I see you? Do you see me in the face of this man, or just too blind to see? That's when the wild winds blow, that's when the pain won't go, lost in a crowded room where no one seems to care. And will the night bring sleep? There is a longing deep, somewhere in the heart, a cry, will Jesus still be there? Will someone still be there? Still be there, still be there. Yeah, 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 oh, still be there. Whoa, oh, yeah, 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 still be there. Ooh, oh, still be there. ideas. Thanks. Thanks very much. Very, 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 very much. Thank you. This is called Noah's Song. Lift up your wings and fly. Fly away far across the sea and bring to me the sign that we are blessed free. See how the sun shines in. Oh, how I've missed the warmth of light. And sing to me the song that removes the night. Rain, rain, you were pouring rain. I wonder, Lord, were they tears of pain? Yet you saved me. Oh, I praise you. Hallelujah. All your words are true. See the rainbow, all creation new. Speak now, your servant hears. For in my heart your promise lives, and it says, Lord, to me, Lord, all life is from you a gift. Rain, rain, you were pouring rain. I wonder, Lord, were they tears of pain? Yet you saved me. Oh, I praise you. Hallelujah. All your words You. Thank you. It was a traveling moment. It was. I was traveling in 5/4. A lot of Christians, they like to travel in 2/4. I noticed. But that's a happy groove, I must say. I'm working on an instrumental album, as you knew, some of you. But my friends in the front row knew. And so I've got 8 tracks finished. Not bad for 3 days. That's the way I like it, nice and quick. But yeah, what did the Swing Low Sweet Chariot, a friend of mine and me. It's dobro, sounds real Nashville. You hear it, you go. Yeah, but the rest of it sounds a lot different. Matter of fact, I came up with this one piece. Maybe I could remember it. You write something, you record it, and then you forget it. That happens to me. Happens often. But this thing here, sorry. And most of the songs are in alternate tunings, which is just to make it harder on me when I want to go out and. Okay. I mean, they're all over the place, really. That's it. It's just fun, when it's late at night, everybody's gone to bed, and what do? When you don't want to sing old songs, so you just tune the guitar for the whole night long. Let's see what comes out. Okay, all right. I'll see if I can remember some of this. It's really mellow. You might fall asleep. I might fall asleep. But if we both do, nobody will notice anything. So. Okay, I call this song Jacks. How do I spell it? Jacks. It's just a tentative title. And that was C.S. Lewis's boyhood name, Jacks, or Jaxie. So let's see, it goes like this. Okay. like that. Thanks for clapping twice. Well, it's just an idea, and it's got potential, especially if there's not a lot of distractions. But I'm going to do a little rockin' song here. This is called "Carry On" from the new album, and well, you may feel like throwing the towel in, you may feel like giving up, you may feel like turning and running, don't look back, because things will start looking up. You know, really, I think the Lord is going to come back. Well, I know it. The Bible says so. But sooner than we think. The Lord. What a day that's going to be, huh? Can you imagine that? Well, I think if we're dressed in readiness, which means our hearts are inclined to Him at every moment, that's what's important. You know, it's really easy to acknowledge Him moment by moment because we live moment by moment. You know, really, unless you just constantly dwell on the past, but that's not really living. And you can't be worrying about the future. You've got to take care of things right now. You know, if I could get into an analogy that will absolutely mean nothing, but so I won't say it. Perhaps it's wisdom. Perhaps it's a few of my white hairs that says, "Oh, don't say that. It's really not worth it." I'm just beginning to listen to reason now. I should have started earlier, but really, in all your ways, acknowledge Him moment by moment. Psalm 16:8 says, "I've set the Lord continually before me because He's at my right hand, I shall not be shaken." And I think if we're dressed in readiness, that means, Lord, you could come any time. Then we won't want to be sinning, will we? And we won't want to be hurting one another. We don't want to be backbiting and tearing each other down. And if there's an opportunity before us to help one of our fellow creatures, there we have an opportunity God has put before us to do good unto men and to live for God moment by moment. And the Lord opens up your heart so you can see, and so that I can see, that which is evil in us, that which is displeasing to Him, and actually displeases us. Because He created us in such a way that sin is really abhorrent. Even though the heart of man bends toward evil, and that every inclination of his heart is to do wrong. The reason why people escape into drugs and alcohol and just they go for it, you know, and or whatever it might be, illicit relationships, you know, things, they're trying to run away from something. But unfortunately, it buries the guilt with other layers of things that are just as bad. But the Lord does is He takes those layers off bit by bit. Or His light will shine deep within us that penetrates all of this worldly stuff. And we see it, and we're saddened by it, because it saddens him. He's a real God with real feelings and real emotions. They're not tainted. They're not like ours in the sense that they're self-centered. Everything he does is based upon his great wisdom and his great knowledge and his great love and his great compassion. The fact that he is who he is. And when he shines his light and we see it and we say, oh God, have mercy, and he does. That's the kind of God he is. I am the God of mercy, compassion. Anyway, should we be living in a way that even when we have an opportunity to do something wrong, we could really, in Jesus' power, turn that into something that could ultimately glorify him, perhaps by living in a pure way, speaking pure things, thinking pure thoughts, and thinking about how we can please the Savior who's going to visit us sometime soon when the bridegroom comes. So, Lord, forgive us all for the grudges we hold. And get us in tune with you. You know, I'll tell you, one of the things I love to do, I used to be an avid jogger. You know, even if I was running, it was at a jogger's pace. I remember doing these long distance runs in the days a long time ago. And I always be doing, 4 steps to this fellow who I used to run with, is 2. Really hard to find somebody your size to jog with so you can go in the same pace, same cadence. But once in a while I did. But now what I like to do is I like walking. I'm really into walking now. But I don't look like that, really. I got my walking stick now. It's made of hickory. A friend of mine, Linny, got it for me. Lynn Nichols, he's a friend of mine. And we found all these wonderful trails in Nashville and wonderful places to go, and there's a lot of hills. You've got those things here too. Green, it's hilly, right? Hilly, and that's nice. I live in California. We used to go walking or running or bicycling on the riverbed. It's the Santa Ana River, and you start 20 miles and you end up 20 miles later, and it looks like you're the same place you left from. It's no variety of terrain, but I like doing that. Okay, back to the song, back to the concert, by the way. And then I'm going to take a break because that's what we should do. This is a very important evening, all right? And if we don't save the babies, there'll be nobody around who will save the seals and the whales. Oh, how eloquent. I know I wax with eloquency. That's terrible. Okay. Oh, come on, wake up, Phil. you can take, don't give up. His grace is upon us. Carry on, though the wind is strong. Carry on in the face of life. The accused, the lasting song for the Lord will hear the cry. You know I'm telling you now. I want to tell you now, tell you now, tell you now. You just gotta reach for it, people. You just gotta reach real high. No! Whoa, hey, relax, old boy, and just get down. You know what I'm talking about. Carry on, though the wind is strong. Carry on the face of life. Carry on, though the wind is strong. Carry on in the face of life. The accused have a lasting song for the Lord will hear their cries. Carry on, though the wind is strong. Carry on in the face of lies. The accused have a lasting song for the Lord will hear their cries. Well, thinking of a song, but I can't think of it. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Go ahead, keep offering. And but I have a curfew. No, just kidding. I'd like to say that it's just given some time to just sit back there and think about what this is all about. It reminds me of when I first became aware of the controversy in this situation in our national situation in our country, and all that has occurred ever since then. You know, the Operation Rescue and Right to Life organization, and the opportunities I've had in many pro-life assemblies to sing a few of my songs. But I want to just commend all of you who've been so committed and so involved, and you've been courageous. And I just want to say, you know, it's easy for me to come up here and sing songs in front of a bunch of friends, but to stand and, you know, and to lay down your life, in a sense, for the unborn, that does not go unnoticed in my heart, in my eyes, in my mind. And because it is quite a sacrifice, you know, if you got a family especially. But this is what I feel. And I believe that when God puts something so strong on your heart, the cost seems so little compared to the cause and the results of knowing that you made a difference in someone's life. Like I said, when I first came, It's not just the unborn babies that you're saving, but you're bringing healing and love and grace to the mothers so that they can know that someone cares for them. And my wife and I were expecting... You could turn this down a little bit, please. We were expecting our first child in 1975. And we had been to church, and this was like in November. Actually, it was November 1st, 1975. I'm really good at dates. I can remember dates. You know, it's just funny. But of course, that's a day that would be easy to remember. And my wife, at 5.5 months, had to go into the hospital, and her water broke, and I noticed that she'd gotten quite large. And over the last month, during the 4th to the 5th month, went in there, and she disappeared for 45 minutes, and 45 minutes later the doctor comes out, and I'm pacing the floor. And he comes out and he says, "Your wife will be fine, but she lost the children." I go, "The children?" And he goes, "Yeah, there were triplets. There were 3 boys, and they were too young." I never got to see those triplets. I never got to see them or hold them. One was stillborn, and 2 were living for a very short time. My wife says when they laid these little babies on her tummy, just the feeling that she had, even though that, you know, they weren't going to live, was still the miracle. And it was a real heartache for her and me. The thing was, a year later, my wife was expecting, and at 6 months, she went into premature labor, and a little baby boy was born, lived 2 days, and had to be on life support, well, to help him, you know. Had all these tubes and everything in his little body, but we gave him a name, and his name was Ryan Phillip, and he lived for just 48 hours. But my wife was in the hospital in Tompkins County up in upstate New York, and they rushed little Ryan up to this preemie ward in Syracuse at Krauss Irving Memorial Hospital. And so I went up to visit him, and he was breathing really heavy. His little chest was moving quite rapidly, and he was only about this long, but he had perfectly formed fingernails and eyelashes and hair and a really beautiful little face. And when I put my finger in there, my hand in the incubator, he grabbed my little finger and squeezed it. You know, 3-month premature child. He was 2 pounds 6 ounces. A year later, my wife she had a miscarriage at 4 months along. So we had, and we don't know if that was a boy, but we know that possibly we have 5 boys in heaven. And but the thing was, we didn't, you know, shake our fists at God and blame Him, because we always considered ourselves blessed in the fact that we lived all these years, and, you know, we were blessed to know Jesus and had good family lives. And I remember my wife commenting one time, because, you know, the kids at school say, you know, nothing seems to go wrong for you, Bernadette, you know, and then all of a sudden, in the mid-70s, 3 times in a row, things went wrong. And so she learned what suffering was, and we learned what suffering was, but we didn't feel like we should, you know, shake our fists at the Lord in anger. And then in 1979, we were making a plan to move from New York and went to Kansas City. But before we did, we had known a friend out there in Kansas City, and this man named Bruce came up to my wife and I and said to us, you know, I've been praying for you. I've known of your situation, and in prayer, God had spoken to my heart. Said He's going to heal you and touch you. I want you to pray about these things. And he shared some things with us. And so we went back home, and we committed the things that we heard unto the Lord, and we prayed and we fasted. And got very cozy. And 10 months later... Right. You know, well, 9 months later, yeah. Well, Alicia was 3 weeks premature, but that's quite a ways further than what we had known before that. And so today she's very healthy and beautiful at 10 years old. But I just wanted to share those things. And then in just 2 weeks before Alicia was born, I was in the hospital while my wife was having tests. And it didn't occur to me, this abortion issue. It didn't occur to me. I mean, I really didn't give it a lot of thought. And then all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there and thinking about babies. And all of a sudden, I heard these words, "Who will speak up for my little ones?" And it was like as I heard these words, I felt a burden. I felt almost it was kind of a warmth, but it was like a heat, kind of a pain, ache inside my gut, which was in my spirit. And I went home and I wrote this song, and so I'm going to sing it for you. It's called Little Ones, and I wrote this song March 1st, 1980. Can't believe how I remember dates like that. First time I sang this song, I was trying to recollect the verses in between, and I just paused, and there were 8,000 people in this auditorium in San Bernardino, California. They didn't come just to see me, by the way. There were other groups there. But as I sang, there was such a response. It's like the Lord was breathing the message across, and it was landing on hearts, and there was a response in the spirit and in the spirits of people to what the song was saying. And it doesn't make the song great. Never thought of that. It's just that I believe it was God's concern, and that's why there has been such a never-ending struggle. The issue will never die. As long as there are human beings, there's going to be somebody fighting for the cause of life. Speak up for the little ones. Sorry, I had something in my throat. I'm okay now. I figured it's so close to the top of the song, I'll just start over again. All right. Who will speak up for the little ones, helpless and half abandoned? They've got a right to choose life they don't want to lose. I've got to speak up, won't you? Equal rights, equal time for the unborn children. Their precious lives are on the line. How can we be rid of them? Passing laws, passing out bills and new amendments. Pay the cost and turn about and face the young defendants. Many come and many go, conceived but not delivered, and the toll is astronomical. Oh, how can we be indifferent? Little hands, little feet, tears for him who made you. Should all on earth forsake you now, yet he'll never forsake you. Who will speak up for the little ones, helpless hopeless and half abandoned. They've got a right to choose life they don't want to lose. I've got to speak up, won't you? Forming hearts and forming minds that quenched before awakened, and for so many deliberate crimes the earth will soon be shaken. Little hands, little feet, tears for him who made you. Should all on earth forsake you now, yet he'll never forsake you. Your Father will never forsake you. Who will speak up for the little ones, helpless and half abandoned? They've got a right to choose life they don't want to lose. I've got to speak up, won't you? I've got to speak up, won't you? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. Thank you. I did that for you, little Jessica, right? Now this is a song that my Aunt Kay, who is about 78 years old, she's always praying for me, and we're buddies. And she's the only remainder living person from my mother's side of the family. And I love her dearly, and we keep in touch. And it's special. It's to me, my relationship with my Aunt Kay, who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, which is quite a ways. You just can't, it's not a hop, skip, and a jump to visit her. She's very Irish, and she's got this real ministry. Well, she gets up real early and just prays for her entire family, and for the world. She prays for all the enemies of the gospel, and and people who are perhaps enemies of the United States. She just includes everybody. Very nice. This is what Jesus says to do. He said, "Pray for your enemies," didn't he? Anyway, but she said, what did she say? Oh yeah, she wrote me. Well, she said to me, she said, "Could you write a song with the words, 'Jesus is the sunshine on my face'?" I said, "Well, Enki, I guess for you I will." But then I found out that little kids like this song, so I'm going to do this as a request and as a favor to little Jessica, who she's over there somewhere. She thought you moved there because you thought I might not know where you are, huh? Okay. Well then. Okay, so this is a song called "Jesus is the Sunshine on My Face" for NK and for Jessica. Or Shirley Temple. She was a cutie, wasn't she? She got into politics, didn't she? Well, I think she was an ambassador, though, right? Wasn't that what Shirley Temple Black became? An ambassador to some exotic country someplace, I think, right? Oh. Okay, ready? All right. Now, it's been a while since I've sang this song, but I'll be glad to do it for you with my distorted guitar. No, I'm just kidding. Jesus is the sunshine on my face. Jesus is the sunshine on my face. You're asking me what it can be when you look into my face and see it is His light, it is His love. Well, it can be yours tonight. Well, something like that. Let's see what it goes. It is His love, it is His light, and it can be yours tonight. He's in my soul and He's in my eyes, for you see that He has given me light. Jesus is the sunshine on my face. Oh, Jesus is the sunshine on my face. Oh, how can I ever live without the water? Ooh, and how could I ever grow without the sun? Well, I am the clay and Lord, you are the potter. Ooh, oh, fill me with light that you and I might be one. I ride the bus and I guess I must be illuminating you, Lord, because some people turned and they smiled at me. It is you, oh Lord, they need to see. And where I work, I hear you call me to pray for others and bless them all. The more of you and the less of me I can bring to others, then let it be. You are the sunshine on my face. Jesus is the sunshine on my face. Let me tell you now, Jesus is the light that's in my eyes. Jesus is the light that's in my eyes, yeah. Oh, how could I ever live without, how could I ever live without the water? Ooh, and how could I ever grow without the sun? Oh, I am the clay and Lord, you are the potter. Ooh, oh, fill me with light that on. I can get it out. Fill me with life, you and I might be one. Well, you are the sunshine on my face. Oh, Jesus, you are the sunshine on my face. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll tell the world. I mean, if you're happy, let everybody know. I did a bit of it. Didn't you hear it? It went... Happy. All right. Here's a song Randy Stonehill wrote. I'm going to sing for you with my voice. It's called Who Will Save the Children? Cry for all the innocent ones born into a world lost its heart, for those who never learned to dream, because their hope is crushed before they can start. And we shake our fists at the air and say, if God is love, how can this be fair? And we are his hands, we are his voice, we are the ones who must make the choice. And if it isn't now, tell me when. If it isn't you, then tell me who will save the children. Who will save the children? We count our blessings one by one, yet we have forgotten how to give. It seems that we don't want to face all the hungry and homeless who struggle to live. But heaven is watching tonight, tugging at our hearts to do what's right. And we are his hands, we are his voice, we are the ones who must make the choice. And if it isn't now, tell me when. tell me, who will save the children? Save the children. As we observe them through our TV screens, they seem so distant and unreal, but they bleed like we bleed, and they feel what we feel. Oh, save the children. The dying, save the children. Children. Now we decide that nothing can change and throw up our hands in numb despair, and we lose a piece of our souls by teaching ourselves just how not to care. But Christ would have gone to the cross just to save one child from being lost. And we are his hands, we are his voice, we are the ones who must make the choice. And if it must be now, there's no time to waste. It must be you, no one can take your place. Can't you see that only we can save the children? Save the children. Save the children. Okay. Find me in these fields alone, crusted with the salt of my ways. Rinse me with the motion of sweet water, the silky rush of your cleansing stream. I turn my face towards the sun to feel the heat and cool wind blow, reminding me as you touched my shoulder, awaking me from some selfish dream. I face the fog in the autumn, the midnight moon weaving her chain. You trace me deep in this valley, repeating this familiar refrain. Forgive me when my heart turned cold and I chased the old standard line. Forgive me when my conscience called me to leave it behind. Well, did I? Forgive me. Take me and I'll sit at your feet, Lord, and live to tell all you have done. Could I find a rose in mid-December, a sign of peace for those passing by? I turn my eyes towards the sun, and a vision of a world yet to be, when hope will be awarded living substance, when heaven kisses earth in reply. I face the fog in the autumn, the midnight moon weaving her chain. You trace me deep in this valley, repeating this familiar refrain. For When my heart turned cold and I chased the old standard line, forgive me. When my conscience called me to leave it behind, well, did I? Forgive me. When my heart turned cold and I chased the old standard line, forgive me. When my conscience called me to heed the cries, well, did I? Forgive me, forgive me. Find me in these fields alone. Yeah, thank you. This is a song I wrote for my little boy Ian, named Ian Sebastian. And I look at him and I say, Ian, what's your name? He goes, Ian Sebastian boy. It's not you, it's me. It's a faulty module. Waking up to hear a little boy's voice in the morning. Little footsteps brush across the floor, and you open the door. Just beneath my gaze, I see your face. Just like clockwork, you reach toward my glass of water. Upon the nightstand, and carefully you hand it up to me. I'll be by your side, father and son. And in time you'll understand, when you grow up to be a man, Ian. Gentle and strong, believe in the words, your song. And I want to know you, want to show you that I care. And I want to lead you, want to be your friend. I'll be by your side, father and son. And in time you'll understand, when you grow up to be a man, Ian. Gentle and strong, believe in the words, your song. Oh, gentle and strong, believe in the words, your song. Oh, gentle and strong, believe in the words, your song. Your song, your song. Yeah, yeah. All right, one for the girls. Olivia, oh how I love you, little one. You captured my heart. Gift of life, I sing of amazing grace, for you are a true work of art, Olivia. Darling girl, when less than a year old, precious child, you brighten my world. Gift of love, I'm blessed by your smiling face, and I'll be forever yours, darling girl. Well, I've written songs for your mama, she's among the faithful few. And I've written songs for your sister, now I'm writing the song, Olivia, just for you. Baby girl, his hand is upon you, for in your eyes I can see heaven, gift of joy. You hold a special place within my heart. You are a blessing, baby girl. Olivia, oh how I love you, little one. You captured my heart, gift of life. I sing of amazing grace, for you are a true work of art, Olivia. Olivia, Olivia. One second, I'm gonna get this. Wait. When I say I love you, do you know what I mean? Alicia Marguerite, do you know what I mean? When I say I love you, when I say I love you, do you know what I mean? Alicia Marguerite, do you know what I mean? When I say I love you, love you means holding your hand when you cross the street, sharing in prayer when you've got a need, wiping your tears when you start to cry, finding the answer when you question why. When I say I love you, do you know what I mean? Alicia Marguerite, do you know what I mean? When I say I love you, I love you means bicycle rides on a sunny day, going down slides as we run and play. I'll be right here when you need me, babe, holding you near if you should feel afraid. I love you means showing the way you may know the Lord, doing my best. Wait, I spaced, I blanked, I spaced, well, it'll come to me though, I don't care, you know, like things like this happen. You know, I love you means showing the way you may know the Lord, proving my love to you more and more, giving my time when you have to say just what's on your mind and teach you how to pray. When I say I love you, do you know what I mean? Alicia Marguerite, do you you know what I mean when I say I love you. When I say I love you. If I was in Jamaica. When I say I love you. When I say I love you, baby. One time I was in Jamaica, really. I really was. That's where I learned that. And I was taking one of those raft rides, you know. And I was with my buddy, Lynn Nichols. Of course, you know, our wives were with us too. It wasn't just me and Lenny again. You know, we just happened to be there at the same time. And I saw these Jamaicans on the shore, you know, cooking things. And I smelled spices, and I thought, because I like cayenne pepper. I love cayenne pepper. I really do. I carry it everywhere I go. It's nice and warm. It'll heat up your toes. Should they be cold from the cold? Just put a little dash here and there. And then you can say, I don't feel so cold, 'cause I got cayenne pepper, babe. I told you so. Anyway, so they offered me a piece of this, whatever it was, you know, and I think it was chicken livers or something. And it was so hot that I began to have the hiccups right then and there. Nobody else would taste it, but I said, hey, if it's that spicy, it can't be that bad for you, really. One time I was in an Indian restaurant, and I said, hey, can I have the hottest thing you have in the house? And he looked at me and just sort of had this little devilish grin, you know. I think he was Screw Tape. I think that was him. So he brought my meal to me with this smile on his face, like, I love a satisfied customer. And I imagine he probably envisioned, you know, the ambulance and everything, the paramedics and all coming to get me. Well, I proceeded to eat, and I ate the whole amount, and I was profusing from my nose and my mouth and my eyes and my ears, and I was a real mess. But it sure tasted good. I figured if I can eat that, I can, you know, just get all that Spice Island store-bought stuff. And every once in a while, these licks just come by. I mean, it's just like, you know, kind of a bluesy thing. I don't know. Now, where was I? I think I was in Pennsylvania someplace, wasn't I? Okay, yeah, so I was in there, and these fellas had this guitar. You know, they not only cooked, but they sang. And they had really Rastafarian-type hair. I think, you know, I lost my brush a few days ago. I really did. I'm traveling without it. And I'm wondering if that's going to happen to me, too. So, well, anyway. So my friend Lynn said, hey, he can play guitar. Lynn can too, but he said, he can play guitar. And so it was a great moment. I played What a Day in Jamaican style, and the guy sat on this little thing, like looked like a little cleaning box or something, and he was down there grabbing something, and it was these things that sound like bass notes, you know. And so anyway, you're wondering if I'm going to trap myself in saying something, aren't you? Okay. It was just this thing that went boom, 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 boom. Okay. And so I went like this. When I get home, I will see all the holy men I read about. Peter and John, James, Luke and Paul, and Brother Tom without a doubt. Sort of, and I do believe, man, there will be King David at the heart. a song of praise with every chord. What a sight to see the redeemed and the angels gathered round, worshiping dear Lord. What a day that will be, oh what a day that will be. Thank you. When I get old, I return home. There'll be no more sick and die. No one is sad, no one is alone. There will be no more crying. I gotta get out of this frame of mind. For he will wipe away every tear from his children's eyes, put a smile upon their faces. What a happy day when we see our Lord in paradise. Crowned as King of Kings. Ooh, what a day. Ooh, that will be. Oh, what a day that will be. What a day that will be. What a day that will be. Yeah, what a day that will be. What a day that will be. What a day. Oh, what a day. You know, Randy Stonehill and I ought to start a band together and call it Mrs. Miller. And do all our favorite operatic sounding voices. He's really good at that, you know. He's got more of a, oh, you know, kind of voice. He also can do a great Ethel Merman. What a day that will be. God bless you all. It's been great to be with you. And I feel much more awake now. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Love Jesus. Do what you can to help the unborn. And the Women's Center and all that. Thanks for giving your dollars and all that for this cause. And my friend, if you'd like to come on up and close the evening, for instance, I'd like to meet many of you. Not all of you, I'm sure. It's been a real nice time, but it could be earlier. And I said I was only going to play an hour tonight, but I didn't, did I? Well, let's say catch you on a better evening. God bless you. God bless you all. Bye. All right, bye. But you just... Some blues. I'm going to tune this guitar real low. Well, if you're going to feedback, you might as well feedback in the right key. Yeah, I'll fit all these songs in for you. In the ultimate medley. I'm gonna do a medley of songs I've never done before. It belong to other writers and composers, and you know, I'm gonna start off with a song first of all. Well, guess who? Maybe. Oh boy, well, that thing used to work. Okay. Well, you know you make me wanna come on now, shout, come on now, come on now. Woo! Okay. False start, sorry. Oh, it's fun at nearly 40 years of age to, you know, like I can just make my voice sound like I was 17 again. I like that. There's certain things I don't want to relive, but it's nice to, you know, like do something like, so how did that song go? It's been, what, 20 years since I sang it? Let's see. The reason when the reason should never be found. Understand. Where did my world come from? Something like that. Where did my world come from? Please tell me, where did my world come from? If it didn't come from you. Something like that. It was a song I wrote when I was in high school. I don't remember the rest of it though. Well, he hasn't always been around. Oh, there's that Jamaican fella. I bid him leave. Because I've got to be me, and you've got to be you. Well, oh, what key am I in? What you did? What? Well, he hasn't always been around, and he won't always be. But he's on the move at this moment, measuring life for you and me. I feel we all submit to him, existing anxiously, everybody. And no one is able to turn him off except the Lord who holds the key. When the Lord stops him, that'll be it. Too late for apologies, too late to forgive your brother, too late to get on your knees. When the Lord stops him, that'll be it. Too late to help the needy, and worst of all, too late to turn. You must face eternity. His name is time, and he's coming to an end. His name is time. Where will you be, my friend? His name is time, and he's coming to an end. His name is time. Where will you be, my friend? Well, most people think he'll never stop, but go on perpetually. But old man time is running out, and he'll cease eventually. And when the